Have you ever started a meeting, just fumbling with a complete mess of cables, like trying to get your laptop, the room's webcam, and the projector to actually talk to each other?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we all have.
Right. You're sweating, the clients are staring. It's just the ultimate professional nightmare.
It really is. I mean, just staring at a screen that stubbornly says no signal while everyone waits. It's like a universal shared trauma.
Exactly. Well, today's deep dive is all about the invisible brain designed to solve that exact problem. We're looking at a device called the Atlona AT-OME-CS31-SA.
Yeah, it's quite the name.
It is a mouthful.
Huh.
And it's a $2,000 piece of hardware, and we're unpacking its spec sheet to understand how it silently orchestrates modern classrooms and hybrid workspaces. Okay, let's unpack this.
Right, so at a glance, this device handles a massive amount of visual and data chaos behind the scenes.
Like what kind of chaos?
Well, it takes up to 3 different video sources, say, a couple of laptops and maybe a document camera, and it routes them to one output, like a main projector. And it's processing massive amounts of data to do it, pushing 18 gigabits per second.
Wow. Which, just to put that in perspective for you, means you aren't getting a compressed, pixelated mess on a huge conference room screen. It's delivering crystal clear 4K video at 60 Hz.
Yeah, with HDR10 and Dolby Vision, too.
Right. And it also has a built-in USB hub that links 2 host devices and 4 peripherals. So it's essentially acting like a high-speed traffic cop.
Mm.
But I have to ask, is a $2,000 MSRP really justified just to switch screens when cheap adapters exist?
Well, what's fascinating here is that it's not just a basic switcher. It's a unified communications powerhouse.
Okay, wait, what does that mean exactly?
So the magic is entirely in how it manages that traffic. Think about your traffic cop analogy. Without a good traffic cop, data crashes into itself. This device holds up a stop sign to one laptop while seamlessly waving the other through without skipping a beat.
So it just handles the transition automatically?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It does this by natively handling high-bandwidth ED communications.
Right. ED. Remind me what that stands for again.
Oh, it's Extended Display Identification Data. Basically, it's the language your laptop uses to figure out exactly what kind of monitor it just plugged into.
Got it. And usually that handshake takes a few seconds, right? Like that's why your screen flickers and goes black and lags while the devices figure each other out.
Exactly. But this Atlona box is doing the handshake internally in advance. The switcher already knows the room setup.
Oh, wow, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so when you jump between presenters on Teams or Zoom, it instantly shifts control of the room's cameras and microphones from one laptop to another. Zero lag, zero flickering screens.
Okay, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But a flawless video feed doesn't mean much if the audio is a complete disaster or, if no one remembers to turn the TV on. And here's where it gets really interesting. This device is doing heavy lifting for audio mixing and room automation, too.
It really is. It actually has a built-in amplifier.
Right. The spec sheet mentions it runs 2 audio channels at 25 watts, or it can be bridged at 50 watts.
Yeah, and in practical terms, that means it can power 2 standard speakers for stereo sound, or it can combine all that electrical power, bridge it into one larger, louder speaker channel if the room needs it.
Nice. It also has automatic display control using things like CEC, IP, RS-232, and even occupancy sensors, which I know is a lot of alphabet soup.
A little bit, yeah.
But basically, it means this box can talk to modern consumer TVs, the building's central internet network, or even older legacy hardware systems. Yeah. It turns the device into an invisible butler. You walk in, the sensor sees you, the room wakes up, you leave, it shuts down.
Which saves a massive amount of energy, by the way, and it completely removes the need to hunt for the projector remote.
But how does it handle conflicting audio if someone is presenting while a PA system goes off? Let's say someone is presenting a really loud video and suddenly the building-wide PA system goes off with an emergency announcement. Does the room just become a chaotic wall of noise?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, the engineers build a hierarchy to prevent exactly that. The system uses a feature called ducking.
Ducking, like physically ducking down.
Kind of, yeah. When it detects a balanced input signal on a priority input, it automatically lowers or ducks the standard presentation audio.
Oh, okay, so it knows the emergency announcement is more important than the video presentation.
Yeah.
How does it physically do that without a human intervening, though?
It uses something called a PA sense contact closure. You can think of it like a physical tripwire.
A tripwire, okay.
Yeah, so when the PA system fires, it trips that wire, sending an electrical signal directly into the Atlona box. That physical trigger forces the system to literally mute its own audio entirely.
Wow. So the presenter doesn't have to scramble for the volume dial. The hardware simply forces the room to yield to the announcement.
Exactly. It removes human error entirely.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener, who just wants to run a productive meeting? It means this low-profile box, hidden completely out of sight under a desk, exists solely to remove tech friction.
Right. It strips away the anxiety of connectivity and missing remotes.
So you can actually focus on human connection and the work at hand.
It really is the silent infrastructure making hybrid work function the way we always hoped it would.
Which leaves us with this to think about. If a piece of hidden hardware can flawlessly automate a room's power, video, and audio based purely on mere occupancy and invisible data handshakes, how long until the physical room itself becomes an active, automated participant in our meetings, rather than just the venue? Something to ponder next time you walk into a conference room and it magically turns on to greet you.